What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Zoe with No Days Off DFS here to bring that WNBA slate breakdown for the 5. We got a massive 5-game slate here. Gonna go ahead and try to make this a quick video for you guys. Get the breakdown finished up, posted onto the Patreon. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys were able to tap in for it on Free Friday, I posted it so everyone would be able to have access. It was free to the whole public, everybody. So hopefully you guys were able to see it and made some money from it. I mean, I've gotten some comments from a couple of people telling me how they did and how they enjoyed it. Of course, some of us, we zigged when we should have zagged with some of the stuff that we read through the breakdown and everything, but we see it. We know what we got to do. And today's the day for redemption, man. 5 games spread out throughout the day. I kind of don't, I mean, I guess I can't complain about it whenever I've been saying there's no reason why games start all at the same time, but 1 p.m. and then we got the next one at 3. Of course, I guess the Indiana Fever have to have their standalone game technically, since, you know, that was supposed to be the big face of the league for the season and whatnot. So it makes sense. But injury news, Caitlin Clark, she's still out over there for them. Washington Mystics, JC Seldon, she's been ruled out. I haven't seen anything on Shakira Austin, so she's back. Expect for her to be on the minutes limit and all that other good stuff over there. Arike is out again. For the Aces, nothing for them. For the Phoenix Mercury, Monique, she's a game time decision. Seattle, nothing. Atlanta still without Canada. And then Golden State Valkyrie, they still don't have Billings or whoever the other one is. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you guys don't miss any of the content your boy drops over here on the channel. And drop a like on this video. If this video, any of my other videos, content, anything is helping you guys win some money. Again, once we reach that 2,000 subs, I will be giving away a Asia Wilson jersey. Already got it locked, sealed in the vault. If you guys are wanting that, just make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. It could be you that actually wins it. And I can't wait to actually do the giveaway. Giving back is something pretty cool. So definitely subscribe to the channel so we can go ahead and hit that goal and we can go ahead and give away that jersey. Now, heading on over to DraftKings, decided to play the most on the site. If you guys don't got an account, you want one, check the link down in the description box below so you guys get that deposit match bonus and join your boy over here on the King. Looking at it, Indiana Fever taking on the Connecticut Sun. First game, standalone, starting at 12. My time, 1 o'clock. I'm pretty sure a lot of other people's time. Interesting one. Interesting one, to say the least. Of course, we got some picks and some chooses of what we want to do. We know the Indiana Fever, they're still rolling out their quote-unquote 3-guard lineup right now with Kelsey Mitchell, Hull, and Cunningham, but we could possibly see Sims finally start. She played 26 minutes in that last game off the bench. I imagine that maybe this could finally be the day that she starts. Wouldn't mind it because it is a decent matchup for her going up against the Connecticut Sun. And if they do start Sims, which luckily first game of the slate, 4,300 bona fide, just go on ahead and put it in. It's not bad. She's gonna have to play the minutes. Literally, they were running a 8-woman rotation with Sims being the primary guard that is coming in to relieve Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull, Sophie Cunningham. So she's going to play the minutes either way. 4,300, a bit cheap. We could possibly see, I'll take a good floor game again of the 18 fantasy points, but anything north of that is going to be great for her. Definitely would love, wouldn't mind it. And I mean, the upside will be there, scoring, assisting, rebounding, playing some defense, shit, foul out the game. But just as long as you go ahead and get me about 18 and then more, 25, 28. Sims, she has a very high ceiling whenever she actually can hit it. And she's really gelling and everything with this team. It's going to get there, and we're going to eventually see her be priced up around 6K sooner or later, especially as long as Caitlin Clark's missing time. Aaliyah Boston, great spot for her going up against the Connecticut Sun. Technically, we have seen them bleed points, rebounds, everything to them. On the season, though, she's only had 37, 32, and 26 fantasy points. It's been going down every single game, going up against Tina Charles. So either way, I mean, I've said it before, I really never did trust playing her without Caitlin Clark being there, but she showed me that she can play. 11.6 though, it is kind of crappy to pay for that price, especially if she's only going to go out there and get us 30-ish fantasy points. But Natasha Howard on the other side, she's back in our lives again, man. A good matchup going up against Connecticut. We've seen her actually do the opposite of Aaliyah Boston, 21, 34, and 41 fantasy points over her last 3 games going up against them on the season. Definitely don't mind her, but I will say that price, 9,600, is a bit rich. She did lose some minutes last game out there, only played 26 minutes, and it was a stinker. 13.75 fantasy points right there going up against the Washington Mystics. Definitely, I would rather, if I'm being honest, I would probably rather play Natasha Howard over Aaliyah Boston. Granted, Howard is going to be going up against another rookie and Morrow. You could get her into foul trouble. You could take some lapses that Morrow does have out there, but then again, it's all just going to depend on how well Natasha Howard's going out there playing. You're going up against one of the teams that do suck against rebounding, suck at protecting the paint and everything. So definitely is a game where Natasha Howard should shine. Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hull, both of those prices, I really don't see the point in paying that today, especially when we do have other value at the guard position. Definitely both GP options, not a must. And then the running rotation out here of Dantas, Bibby, and Timpson. Bibby did not play in the last game. It was Thompson and Dantas that did get the minutes. So play with that information as you will. Over here on the flip side of things, looking at the Connecticut Sun, Marina Mabrey sitting up here at the 9,400 price tag. That price has jumped. It has jumped drastically up for her over the last several games. And it's not like she's done anything to warrant the price jump, to me, in my opinion. Granted, has she played well going up against Connecticut Sun this season? 47 fantasy points in one game. All right, cool. GPP option, not really looking to get there. Tina Charles, on the other hand, has played well going up against Leah Boston. And it's been the same thing. Boston stuff is going down. Tina's is going up. 20, 31, and 45 fantasy points over her last 3 games against them on the season. Tina Charles at home, got some rest underneath on those old bone legs right there. Just need her to actually play the minutes. Wouldn't mind going there. Tina 10-4 GPP option, especially when I got Derek Gahambi and others, Ezzy, things like that over there at the forward position that we could play instead. Moreau, she's been looking good. She's out there. Finally cracked over 25 minutes. She played 28 minutes in that game going up against the Chicago Sky. Of course, it's Chicago Sky. They went out there. They won 28.75 fantasy points. I would like a little bit more upside for her, honestly, at 7,400. GPP option, not nothing that is a must. Bria Hartley back after her ejection last game. Decided she wanted to pull somebody down and well, not pull somebody down. She wrap somebody up. Never mind. Anyway, Bria Hartley, GPP option 6,600. Really don't like that price tag for her here. LeCan 6,500. I would rather play LeCan over Bria Hartley if I had to choose between the two. Livia Nelson Adota 65. Rather that price come down before I even decide to play that, especially because we are seeing a mix of Aaliyah Edwards get out there and she's getting some good chunks of minutes right there. And then Sanaya Rivers, the ultimate GPP option off the bench, because we don't know what Sanaya Rivers are going to get. She played 32 minutes out there, and that was specifically because Bria Hartley got ejected. So she started the second half for her. Really, she has to be getting it on that defensive side in order for her to have some really good upside. So honestly, I really don't see any need to. Nobody looks that great to me over here on the Connecticut Sun. I'm just being very honest. LeCan will probably be my favorite option that you could take, and then I would take some GPP stabs on Tina or Marina Mabrey. It's a 5-game slate. Do not feel pressured to play every game. You don't have to. Do not feel pressured to play every stud or whatever. Do not. Just because they're on the slate doesn't mean they're in a great spot, and you have to look and pay attention to their prices. If the prices don't make sense, like Kelsey Plum, 11-5 going up against the Washington Mystics. Why would I play Kelsey Plum at 11-5 versus the Washington Mystics? As a GPP piece, yes, I could play that, but I got other value guards on the slate. I've got guards that are in better positions and spots than what Kelsey Plum here at 11-5. 11-5 is going to get me against the Washington Mystics, who are one of those teams that will go ahead and try to take out your number one, your best player, which is kind of Plum over here whenever you do look at it coming out to it. But looking at as far as Kelsey Plum going up against Washington Mystics, she's played okay against them. 40 fantasy points in the first game, 31 in the second one. 11-5, though, I do think that's rich. I would much rather come down here to Derek Gahambi going up against Kiki, who we've seen she's fried her this season. 44 and 51 fantasy points. And you're talking about pass forwards besides trash behind Natasha Howard going out there giving us a dud in this matchup. But Zan Lucini just dropped 37 on them out here. Alana Smith 41, Elizabeth Williams 36, Nas 41. So it's a great spot. We know the rebounding could be there. We know the scoring will be there. Definitely will be anchoring my parlay pieces for 15 points like she normally is. I really do like the upside for Derek Gahambi here at 9,500. Not bad. Switch down here to Azrae Stevens. She will be your GPP option that you can come down to. I don't necessarily like it, but I definitely do think if we are talking about Shakira Austin being back today, bum leg, maybe take advantage of that. I definitely would have some upside. RJ, she's there, 8,100. Not bad. She's not going to get you 0. She's at least going to get you closer to 20-ish, 25 fantasy points. So the upside would be there. I would much rather come down here and play Julie Alderman over playing Kelsey Plum, just because the same mindset that what I had whenever I was talking about her going up against Dallas, where Dallas will try to force and get the ball out of Plum's hands, which didn't work all too well in regards to doing that. But it allowed Julie Alderman to go out here and have a great day. I think it could be the same thing said for her in this matchup going up against the Washington Mystics, especially when you're dealing with the undersized Shook Sutton and Jade Melbourne being out there. And Alderman is actually not a short guard. She's a pretty nice size guard, big guard for the position right there. So definitely do like it. Cameron Brink, back from that last game, played 12 minutes, 19.25 fantasy points, but it's not hard to have a good game going up against my Dallas Wings, of course. Definitely don't mind her. If you land there, you land there. You do not have to feel obligated to play her. Definitely take a look at Ray Burrell. She's out there. She's playing. She's getting you over 10 plus fantasy points. I would say much would rather play Odyssey Sims at that price because she's 45. Odyssey is 43. On the flip side of things, looking over here at the Washington Mystics, Shakira Austin, unless you want to burn your money, I do not suggest playing this. She's 10K. She's another player like what I talked about with Cardoso, where at that price, are you getting me 40 fantasy points? How many times have you actually scored 40 fantasy points on the season? Why are you priced at 10K? Why? I understand it's the Sparks, but still, why are you priced at 10K? I don't see any reason, rhyme, reason, nothing for Shakira Austin to be priced at 10K on today's slate at all. At all. Cool. She had 40 and 38 fantasy points versus them early this season. I'd rather find the 5K more than I need to go get Derek Hamby. She's coming back from an injury. She's missed the last 3 games. I'm pretty sure she's going to be on a minutes limit. Doubt she's going to play her normal allotment of minutes. There's no point for her to be priced up that high. Sonya Citron, 9,300. Definitely a great spot going up against the Sparks. We know you can take advantage of them with opposing guards. And if she's going to be anything like Paige and get in her bag in this matchup, I do like the upside and I don't hate it. I would much rather play Kiki over playing Shakira Austin. Rebounding upside is there for her. Her scoring, like all the usage and everything is there. Even with Shakira being back, I don't think that it's going to take too much of a hit, especially because of the way that the rookies have been gelling and rolling. 8,700. Kiki, she's getting close to that 9K mark to where we're going to have to wait for her to come back down. Almost like stock. It's almost like the stock market, man. It's so crazy sometimes with these players. They're too high. We got to wait for the dip. Oh, man, that is funny. All right, Shook Sutton, though, 5,900. And this is what I meant by value guards on the slate. Shook Sutton is 5,900. Great matchup, good spot. The minutes are there. The usages, okay. I know she's not going to get me a 0. She's a Julie Alleman for me today. She can go out there and get me 20 fantasy points, but she can go out there and have a ceiling game, get me 30 plus if needed and if it will actually warrants it. But she does have a really great matchup going up against the guards of the Sparks. I definitely do not mind Shook Sutton here, especially for the fact of JC Sheldon is going to be out again. So those minutes that she saw last game where she saw 33, they should be solidified because Sheldon was coming in and relieving both Melbourne and Sutton when it came down to it. Melbourne, decent spot. Really do need her to actually pop one of these days. The scoring needs to eventually come around because, man, she's just been shooting up bricks after brick. Definitely given the energy on the defensive side. GPP option at 5,800. I would just rather go ahead and take the security and playing Shook Sutton for the 100 more right there. Emily Inkster with Shakira being back, it is going to take a hit into her minutes. Of course, we're not going to see those high 20s. Maybe goes back down to the 15, 18 until Shakira actually gets reacclimated playing her normal allotment of minutes. But definitely don't rule her out. I would say more GPP than anything. And then Dolson, Clark would be the only other two I'd play off the bench. Clark, especially with Austin being back, I really wouldn't look too much at Dolson when it comes down to it now. Dallas Wings taking on the Las Vegas Fakers. My Wings, man, the writing is completely on the wall that Enrique will be gone from this team. The fact that we play so much better, not so much, I think so much better is wrong. The fact that we have played better without her being out there is a testament to what this team can be. To what this team can be and will be in the future. And I do think it's going to be very bright for us, especially Paige. Just go watch her bag work. It is amazing. Now, 11-4. Is it worth 11-4 of that bag? I don't know, Paige. I mean, this is going to be a tough matchup for her. She has shown that she's been able to play well going up against the Aces on the season. In the 2 matchups, 29 and 38 fantasy points. It's all right. It's all right. 11-4, though, I don't see myself getting up that high unless I want to get different and crazy. Of course, I normally like to pay up at the 4 position. It just makes sense. Typically, the 4s are where a lot of production comes from on most of these teams. But it's a merit to possibly taking a GPP flyer on her over here. It's a 170.5 total, second high, well, no correction, first highest total on the slate, 10-point spread, of course, in favor of the Aces. But Paige, she's the leader of the team, 11-4. You can mess with that if you want to. No Enrique, we know the assists and all that other good stuff would be there for her. 15 points seems to be a nice floor baseline we could take for Paige lately. And I'd say about 4 assists right now. Definitely a little scary on the assists sometimes, but definitely at least 15 points would be pretty nice. For coming off that 43 fantasy point outing, be honest, I'll probably see her for about 35, 36 here in the spot if she can actually get there. G, I really don't like G here today. I mean, Haley Jones, depending on, Maddie would be really, of course, as always, the only one I truly can look at and be like, yeah, because Maddie should not be dealing with Jackie Young. She shouldn't. I would think you put Jackie to go ahead and mess with Paige when it comes down to it. But either way, Maddie, she can shoot over everybody. It took her a minute for her to get going in the last game, but definitely don't mind her. 6,200. It's not a bad price tag for Maddie. Definitely makes you scratch your head and decide, don't want to play Misha Hines Allen instead. She's getting just as equal minutes. We're starting to see JJ Quinterly get back into the rotation, getting back her minutes, 20 minutes in that game versus the Indiana Fever, 30 minutes in that last game going up against the Sparks. Definitely could mess with JJ Quinterly off the bench. Understand it is a risk. It is a risk because we are still starting Grace Berger. Now, if they decide that they want to put Grace off the bench and JJ gets the starts, hell yeah, I would definitely run to playing JJ. JJ has actually cooked going up against the Aces on the season. I want to say in that first game, Quarterly went out there. She had like what? Correction. The game that she actually started versus them, she had 42 fantasy points in that one. Second game, she only had 20 fantasy points. Definitely do not mind going to JJ Quinley as a value option. But if she gets to start. If she gets to start, I wouldn't mind going to her right there. There's another small person on the other side that I really do like, and I think that she should start today. Outside of that, really everything else is a toss-up over here for the Dallas Wings. If Lee Rue does get ruled out, then Misha Hines-Allen should see a ton of minutes, because then she will have to play the backup center spot as well. And maybe we could dust off Diamond Miller and actually play her some minutes, Chris. I don't know. Outside of that, if Zaza is ruled out, then Quinley will pretty much just soak up all those backup guard minutes that we have over there. For the Las Vegas Fakers over here on this side, switch the starting lineup. They started Kirsten Bell back in that last game. I really do think, because either way you look at it, someone small is going to start at the 2 for the Dallas Wings. Dana Evans could possibly be put back into the starting lineup. I personally really do think that this could be the case. I will be paying very close attention to both starting lineups from this game, because I want to know if JJ is going to start, or I want to know if it's going to be Dana Evans. Really do need to get that news, because it's important for me. I will say at least this game starts 30 minutes after this one, so we should have that news pretty early, probably before this one actually does tip and start. Hopefully we will know something right there in regards to starting lineups and things like that. Outside of that, Asia Wilson, I don't got to talk about it. The girl's on a tear. She's letting the game come to her, and this is going to be one where the game will easily come to her. We have no one that can actually truly match up and go with her. We just got to hope that the Aces continue to feed her and let her go ahead and be a focal point for what she's been able to go over there and do for the team. Jackie Young sitting at 11-1. Of course, another great spot for Jackie. If she decides that she wants to show up and play versus us on today, going up against Dallas on the season, 43, 45, and 20 fantasy points. So she definitely can go out there and give us a really big day. Don't mind it. 11-1 would be my preferred option if you're looking up at the Kelsey Plum, the Page, and things like that for a pivot at the guard position to someone that I feel has a safer floor than all those other ones. Chelsea Gray, she's back in her bag, man. She played great in that last game. 41.5 fantasy points versus the Phoenix Mercury. Not bad at all. 9,200 though, I will say, is a bit rich. I think that her price is probably better on FanDuel. Whenever you look at it, I know that was the case last time on the last slate. Would rather play her on FanDuel than playing her on DraftKings. Jewel Lloyd still playing off the bench, just steady Freddy. I have no reason to go there. Melissa Smith, revenge narrative if you want to go there for her. Definitely should be able to take advantage of Haley Jones, as long as she's not out there just tripping over her own 2 feet and whatnot. Some added motivation because her girl Dejanay Carrington is no longer on the team. So it's like, yeah, you know what? Fuck y'all. Fuck the Wings. Dana Evans though, definitely 3,800. If she gets to start, I will definitely want to lock that in. I think that she has more offensive upside in this matchup than what Kirsten Bell did here at the spot. And then of course, being at the guard spot definitely lets you pay up completely at the forward spot. And I really do think they start her. I do. Like, it's just a gut feeling right now, but I do think that she should get the start. It just kind of makes sense in her size. Phoenix Mercury, Alyssa Thomas, don't got to talk about it. I mean, it's AT. Right now, she's kind of giving us some floor games for her standards, 40, 42. Could be a spot where we could see her take advantage of the rebounding upside going up against Seattle Storm. I definitely do, of course, think double-double is very much live for her. She's been showing she's definitely not afraid to go out there and score. That mid-range area, well, not mid-range, sorry. Painted area. 10 feet from the basket, that's her shot, that's her thing. She definitely should be able to go ahead and get a couple of those cheekies right there. 12-8 makes sense. Satu Sabli, size matchup going up against Gabby Williams. She'll still be able to go out here and ball, and she has balled in I want to say 2 of the games going up against Seattle this season. Nope. 2.5, 43, 31, and 36 fantasy points. So again, 8,900. The price is slowly ticking up, rightfully so. I like it. Definitely could see her for another 35 to 40-ish fantasy point outing. I definitely do think this would be one of those spots. K Copper, 8K, nice position spot. I think that she'll go under own GPP type play for me. I don't hate it right there, especially at the price. Definitely does have some upside. If Monique is going to be out, maybe we could see some extra assist upside. But big thing for Copper is, like, a lot of it comes from her scoring. That's where a lot of her fantasy point production comes from. She's not going to give us too much more. So that's what we can say. This price is like, it's fair. It's fair. Not a must play, but definitely a nice GPP option. DB off the bench, I really don't like playing DeWanna Bonner. The price isn't bad, but I just really don't like playing DB. Natasha Mack, rebounding upside position spot, but I think that more goes towards Alyssa Thomas. We have seen them pretty much play Alyssa Thomas at the center spot and just go, of course, whenever they bring DeWanna Bonner in. Then you got Satu, Copper, and Monique. So I really don't like Mac too much in this position spot. Sammy Whitcomb, she's playing the minutes still, but just she's been shit over her last several games. I'm gonna wait till they get back at home again before I actually go back to trying to play Sammy. Definitely a deep GPP option, but when I got Odyssey Sims, JJ Quinterly, Dana Evans, I see no reason to go there. Monique, if she's out, then Sammy should get the start. If Sammy starts, then yes, of course, I would want to play Sammy. But if she ain't starting, I ain't gonna worry about that. Everyone else, not even gonna look over there to the bench. Over here on Seattle, Skylar Diggins-Smith popped off last game, 47.25 fantasy points. She had to go get her face back. I will say Sykes going up against the Phoenix Mercury. Definitely don't hate it. 9K. Should be dealing with the K Copper defense, so could be a little bit of a down game for Sykes here at the 9K price tag. Definitely would probably look more towards Gabby or come up here to Skylar. NECA, I really don't like her here. 11.3, not a bad price, but I would just rather come down to Derek Hamby if I had to at the position spot. Kinda don't see the reason to. She's played okay, 24, 38, and 31 fantasy points versus them. I don't see it for her here in this spot. Ezzy, though, if she's going to be able to play her regular minutes, I do think that this is a really great upside position and spot for her, especially because Phoenix Mercury, they literally bleed points and everything to opposing centers. And that's why it kind of puts me in a predicament, because I like Malunga here in this spot if she can go out here and play her minutes like what we have been seeing. If she can go out here and get me 20 minutes, the rebounding upside, the scoring upside, the block upside, all those things are truly going to be here for her in this matchup. And I do think that it's like solid upside. Now, versus Phoenix in the 3 games versus them, she's played 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and 13 minutes. 2 fantasy points, 5 fantasy points, 11 fantasy points. Of course, all those were back in May, June time. We're now in August where she's really truly seeing minutes. So that's why I kind of feel like it's a decent risk / reward to take her 6,100. Not saying she's going to go out there and get me the 30, 40 fantasy points, but if I'm making 2 lines, I'm putting her in 1. Easiest way for me to say that. Erica Wheeler off the bench, not for me. And that's really honestly it from that game right there. Last game in the slate, lowest total on the slate, 154 total. We got the Atlanta Dream taking on the Golden State Valkyrie. Of course, we know this game is probably going to be molasses. Canada's still out. Ryan Howard's still going to be starting at the point guard spot, 10-2. Enjoyed the 9K while we had it. Definitely enjoyed it while we had it. I will say from this game, I think the only ones that really truly stood out to me, of course, Ryan would be a GPP option you could definitely mess with. Alicia Gray, her as well. Both of those guys, we know they're going to have all the usage and everything for this team. Brianna Jones, as long as they're going to keep starting her at the center spot, going up against Fag Bentley, she could be able to go out here and have a decent day rebounding wise. And if she's actually involved scoring, double threat, I like it. Definitely not bad, 9,500. It's okay. I can mess with that there. Outside of that, Nas Hillman, I need that price to really just like drop for me to really feel comfortable going back to Nas. I don't see myself getting there for her at all. Maya Cadwell, I have a little bit of interest for her, just a little bit, not a lot. I would just say I'd rather stick with the safer options over here. Ryan, Gray, Bree Jones, those would be the main ones for me. On the flip side of things for the Golden State Valkyries, though, can we talk about how great this team is? Considering that they're an expansion team, they were not supposed to be this good this fast. They were not. We can be very honest about that. Veronica Burton, 8-8. They do not really want to bump her up. I like her. Definitely do think this could be a spot where she can get her face back after 26 minutes and pretty much doing nothing versus Atlanta earlier this season. Outside of her, Zan Lassini, man, the price needs to come up more because she's in another prime spot where she can go out here and do some pretty decent damage, especially with her ability to knock down the 3. Now, going up against Nas Hillman, who actually will be able to get over screens and play some decent defense, is going to be a different story. But I wouldn't mind going to Zan Lassini. Definitely just the upside, the 3-point shot that she's got. She's hot right now. And now she's back at home. She's hot. I would definitely take that all day, every day. Definitely don't mind it. Salon, 77 would be a GPP pivot if you want to get there. Tiffany Hayes facing one of her former teams. I definitely don't hate it at all. Going up against them, she had 30 fantasy points in that game earlier a couple weeks ago. So the upside is definitely going to be there for her. And then Rupert, like I was saying, she's getting those minutes now. Her, in fact, mainly seem to be somewhat splitting it kind of even. GPP option, definitely with her ability to stretch the floor. Bree Jones, she's a drop big. Rupert can go out here and have a decent day if it was the case. All right, there. That's gonna do it for me. And just for an added bonus for you guys, I will give you guys a mock lineup real quick if I was to go ahead and just do it. We're gonna go for GPP upside here on this one, so do not take this as my main lineup, my main core for today. All right, of course, we know Asia Wilson, she's gonna get slid right in. Do I want to try to fit Alyssa Thomas? Do I want to go ahead and slide Alyssa Thomas into this? What y'all think? Nah, we're not gonna do that. Now I will think, because I do think JJ Quinterly should possibly get the start here. I do like the upside spot for her here at this position. We'll go with my girl Kiki. I did like Kiki as a potential play. Now Kiki might actually solidly be inside my core for today. Outside of that, Shook Sutton. Actually, you know what? Nope, we're gonna go Shook Sutton, and I'm gonna come off of Kiki right there instead. Now at the forward spot, Hamby, I do like her upside the spot going up against Washington. That could be a run back I could take right there. Ezzy, Morrow, Zen Lassini. I do like Zen Lassini. Zen Lassini. Boom. There you go. That leaves you at 95. Easy day. GPP, of course, this is not my main core. I will have my main core and stuff posted up on the site. I'm going to go ahead and finish getting this breakdown done for you guys, so you guys can go ahead and have that for today. Good luck to everybody. It is a huge slate. If you have to, do what I sometimes do on these big slates, and I will go game by game, going in and editing my line. So I'll take what I'm going to truly take from this first game, if I take something from this first game, and then I'll go from there and, you know, trickle down there. And of course, and this is legit, first game, I will be taking Sims. Sims would be legit my first play from this game, especially if she starts. That's it. I don't think you need anything else, anything extra from this game. You can if you want to, but you don't need everything from this first game. It's a huge slate. You know, the Sparks and the Washington, that's a good environment. Dallas and the Aces, that's another great environment. Do with that as you will. Good luck to everybody. Peace.